There has been a huge influx of MMO announcements in the last year or so, and do you know what? They all look great, they all look wonderful, they all promise the world, but let's be honest, a lot of them just look like scams. Yeah, I'm sure this is going to get me into trouble. And I know what you're thinking, but Sawman, why would anyone do this? Well, it's because of this little thing called money. But in this modern day marketplace, how are you supposed to navigate these scams? How are you supposed to understand which ones are actually trying to take your money? Well, because they usually ask for your money up front before any game is actually produced. This is usually under the guise of early access, or I don't know, maybe if you fund them early on, you'll get a boost later on in the game. There are usually other warning signs as well, such as anyone who mentions a NFT or crypto or blockchain. Any companies who use any meta words like that, I don't know, man, they just give me the ick.
I think my game's gonna make some waves, so
It actually is.
stay on the lookout for Crypto Zoo.
Now, of course, there will be exceptions to the rules. There'll be people who are coping harder than ever. And do you know what? This is just my opinion. So if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter. It's an opinion. You can't be wrong about an opinion. That's why it's an opinion, you fucking loser. That might be some pent-up anger over some other reviews I've done. I like to make predictions, and I really like to get them wrong. So hopefully I am wrong about this list, but this is my top 5 MMOs likely to be a scam. And I'll be honest with you, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this video. So if you want to like and subscribe, that'd be great. And if you don't, well, I'll send the boys round to mess up your letterbox.
Put shit through my letterbox again, and it'll be last year, you fucking think I'm waiting.
The first up on the list, in no particular order, we have Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. This game is still in pre-alpha, which probably means it's never going to get released, but the fun fact is they will still happily take money off you. And they will do this in the form of a pledge. That's right, you can pledge money towards this game and get early access. I mean, that just sounds a bit fishy to me, doesn't it? I wonder if any other games are doing that. Even the small print says that there's no guarantee that this game will be completed, and if it isn't completed, they still keep your money. When it comes to future MMOs, a lot of them are promising Unreal Engine 5, whereas Pantheon Rise of the Fallen is promising an engine. The game is priding itself on being a classic MMORPG, but I think that's probably an excuse just to use shit graphics and bad gameplay. To me, it seems like this is a boomer MMO, yep, I'm coining the phrase, and that's who the market is. They want all these old people to come back and nostalgia on how shit MMOs used to be. But hey, don't just take my word on it. Let's see what other people have to say about this game.
This combat is so bad. It's like, how can anybody, I don't understand how anybody can support this. I don't get it. I really do not understand it. I cannot even begin to understand it.
So this next one makes my list because it has been in development since 2017 and there is still no trailer for it. It's supposedly Unreal Engine 5 ARPG. It is themed around the medieval times. Blah blah blah. It's produced by a Korean mobile phone game company, so you can imagine how heavily monetized it will be. And to top it all off, they have been seeking investment opportunities from multiple companies, and yeah, there's been loads of money pumped into this, and yet we still have nothing to show for it. So this should be released in 2020, never. So next up on the list is Nightcrows. It is a Korean MMO based in the medieval times using Unreal Engine 5. Huh, that's very similar to the last one. What if it's some kind of conspiracy that all medieval MMOs using Unreal Engine 5 are actually a scam? That can't be a theme, can it? No, that'd be stupid. However, there is a trailer, there is gameplay, and the best thing is, it releases in April 2023, which is like next month. Wow, that's very soon. No scam game will have an actual release date, so maybe this isn't a scam. Let me just Google this and see if I can find like if this is actually true. So basically, everyone thinks it's coming out in April, but that's all we really know. But the fun thing is, it's on a blockchain platform. That's always good. Everyone loves blockchains in their MMOs. Interesting enough, you can register for the beta, which is out March 16th. So I don't know how your Korean is, but give it a shot. I could be wrong. I just feel like there's something really dodgy about this game. I'm sure you won't have to purchase an NFT in order to play it or some shit like that. On to the next one. Next up, we have Fractured Online, which is an open world sandbox MMORPG. Yeah, we've seen a lot of those recently, so I'm sure this one is going to be perfectly fine. It started out as a Kickstarter campaign and even made it to early access on Steam, which is usually a very good sign for any games developer because it shows that they do want to get their product out there. So up until this point, it didn't look like a scam, just your regular sort of Kickstarter game. And then something dreadful happened.
A few weeks ago, Gamigo, the notorious MMORPG publisher, started teasing their next victim that would be slumped onto the altar of MMORPG sacrifice.
If you've never heard of Gamigo, then consider yourself lucky. They are widely believed to be one of the worst companies in the MMO landscape, and their recent behaviour has all but confirmed this.
Right? How much of the vision might they change? I'm telling you, in my opinion, Gamigo, bad choice, right? Historically, bad choice. It seems like a desperate attempt to keep the game going, in my opinion. And I think what you're doing right now is you are, one day at a time, shoveling one scoop of dirt out of that hole and digging yourself in a little bit deeper.
Gamigo are not concerned with the long-term health or growth of a game because that isn't their business model. They buy a game, vastly profit from it in the short term by exploiting the cash shop, then move on to another. This leads to a very specific workplace culture, which could probably accurately be described as a graveyard company, a place where once great games go to die. Not just a peaceful, dignified death, but a hideous, monetized death, desecrated shells of their former greatness.
So to summarize, yeah, bad company bought the game, likely to monetize the crap out of it. They're still taking on pledges, so avoid that. It's just not going to end well for this game, so it wasn't necessarily a scam at the start, but now you'd be stupid to put your money into it. Cue cinematic of main character walking through multiple biomes.
Oh my god!
Show me some janky combat, which is supposed to be revolutionary.
In Quin Fall, you can visit shops and taverns run by other players, play board games or mini games with others, and even make your own music.
Yes, Quin Fall, the game that promises everything. The game that literally caters to anyone and everyone. I'm sure this is legit and not a scam because they do want to incorporate every little feature into the game just so that they can make the best MMO possible. Obviously, it's all horseshit. There is an early beta you can sign up for. Whether it'll be released or not is a different question. And of course, they have it on the Steam store so you can add it to your wish list. The fact that it's on the Steam store, to me, it smells like they're going to do a early access release. Now, the problem with early access release games is that they're notorious for just never being finished. They always just come out in this half-cooked state and people buy into it and eventually the developers abandon the project. I actually recently reviewed a game which did this. It was a game called Isles of Adalar. Essentially, the developer gave up on the project, but he still kept it in early access just so he could earn revenue on it. And he's actually now moved on to a different game, leaving this one in an uncompleted state. Which then brings us to Quin Fall, which seems to be trying to cater to everyone in the MMO genre, just so they can get more people on the early access and eventually abandon it. And the reason I say this is because the actual gameplay and footage they're showing us, it's all assets. There's nothing unique to this game. They've literally gone to the asset store and just put everything in their game, put it together and gone, oh yes, look at this great masterpiece that we have, come buy it. And I'm sure there's going to be videos coming out in the next weeks or months talking about this and just how bad this game actually looks, feels, and will probably play. And let's not forget, the planned release date is 2023. Yeah, we'll see about that. I guarantee this is just going to be bad, right? Trust me, do not invest your money into this game. So the problem with MMOs is that they're a very lucrative business. You can make quite a lot of money from them because people want a new, fresh MMO. So what tends to happen is these companies will look at what's missing, pretend it's in their game, and then just try and suck all the money from you that they can. A lot of you will be wondering why Ashes of Creation isn't on this list, or PAX D, and that's because I truly believe they're not scams.
But that's simply not possible.
Why isn't it possible?
It's just not.
Why not, you stupid bastard?
And the simple fact is, it's because they look to be coming from legit game studios, which means my line of questioning goes from if it will release to when will it release, and that's the difference between these games and the other 5 MMOs that I named. But as I said at the start of this video, this is purely my opinion, it's all speculation. I could be completely wrong on all 5 of them, but I really doubt it. But if you think I missed any games of this list, by all means comment below, or if you feel like some of the games on here are unjustly on this list, let me know. Maybe I've got something wrong. And if you want a top 5 games I'm looking forward to, by all means get this video to 69 likes and I might consider doing just that. I'll leave some videos on the screen right now which you might be interested in, but other than that, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye for now.